My brother sold my car while I was deployed, so I sold his entire future. I'd been overseas for 8 months. My 2018 Honda Civic fully paid off, sitting in my parents' driveway with a car cover and explicit instructions to my family, don't touch it. I get back, jet-lagged and exhausted, ask my dad where my car is. He goes quiet. You need to talk to your brother. Turns out Derek had been using again. Oxy, then fentanyl, then whatever he could get. Stole my car title from my room, forged my signature, and sold my car to some dealer for $8,000. Spent it all in 2 weeks. When I confronted him, he didn't even apologize. Just said, it's just a car, man. You'll get another one. Like I hadn't worked double shifts for 2 years to buy it. Like it wasn't my only way to get to work. Derek was 3 months away from graduating pharmacy school. Yeah, pharmacy school. A drug addict studying to dispense drugs legally. He'd already landed a job at CVS starting at $65,000 right after graduation. That's when I realized Derek hadn't just stolen my car. He'd stolen my trust, so I decided to return the favor. First, I called the school's academic integrity office. Told them I was concerned about a student with substance abuse issues who might be cheating. I had Derek's student ID from old family photos, knew his class schedule from overhearing him on calls. I didn't lie. I just asked questions. What's your policy on students with drug dependencies? How do you verify academic honesty during take-home exam? They started an investigation. Not because of anything I said, but because Derek was already on their radar. Turns out his grades had been suspicious. Perfect scores on exams he never studied for. Assignments that looked professionally written. Phase 2 was his job offer. I looked up CVS's corporate hiring policies online, found their drug testing requirements and background check procedures. Then I made an anonymous call to their HR department. I'm calling to report that one of your recent hires might have a substance abuse problem, I said. I thought you should know before he starts handling controlled substances. They thanked me for the tip and said they'd follow standard protocol. But the real masterpiece was Derek's dealer. See, I'd done 2 tours overseas. I knew how to gather intelligence. It took me 3 days of following Derek to figure out where he was buying. I called the local police tip line, gave them the dealer's location, usual hours, described the car he drove, mentioned they might want to check who his recent customers were. Within 2 weeks, Derek's world collapsed. The school found evidence he'd been buying Adderall from other students and selling his own prescription medication. Academic dishonesty hearing, immediate suspension, degree revoked. CVS rescinded his job offer after his background check showed the police investigation. Turns out when cops bust your dealer, they check his phone. Derek's number was in there, along with months of text messages. But I saved the best for last. Derek had been living in our parents' basement, promising them he'd pay rent once he started working. When the job disappeared, Dad gave him 30 days to find somewhere else. Derek tried borrowing money from relatives for a deposit on an apartment. I made sure to mention to each family member that Derek had stolen my car and sold it for drugs. No judgment, just facts. Nobody would lend him money. 2 months later, Derek moved into a sober living house across town. Lost his student loans, his degree, his job, his housing, all because he thought he could steal from me without consequences. The beautiful part? I never lied once. I just made sure the right people knew the right information at the right time. Derek's clean now, working at a grocery store, trying to rebuild his life. Sometimes he texts me asking for help. I usually respond with car listings from Auto Trader. And me? I bought a better car with the insurance money from reporting mine stolen. Yeah, I reported it stolen, because that's what it was. Derek thought he could sell my car and steal my trust, so I sold his future and stole his dreams. Fair trade.